meeting with Darren Dwyer from FridgeBot. Darren's developed an Internet of Things product for the refrigeration industry, and we're going to find out all about that product and his journey today.
Morning, Mr. Bentley.
Morning, Darren. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you.
So, mate, tell me about FridgeBot. What is it, and what does it do? And tell me the story.
Well, Rob, FridgeBot is a digital disruptor in the refrigeration space.
Yeah.
We're a new tech startup. I say new, we've actually been going now, this is our 5th year.
Yeah.
So
It's
we started with nothing, and now we've got the largest network of these refrigeration IoT devices in Australia. So we've developed this whole platform, Rob, and it's we developed our own hardware. We've got a hardware team that's a bunch of clever fellas, and they've developed this piece of hardware that plugs into commercial refrigeration equipment, into the electronic thermostat.
Yep.
And we manufacture that hardware in China now, and then once it's plugged in, it talks to the internet, and it gives it all the magic. Once it's talked to the internet, you get to do all the alarms and configuration. So the problems that we're solving for our customers are around compliance, food safe compliance, risk mitigation, and the big one is efficiency. So I say that's the big one because that's the big blue sky for us around efficiency.
Yeah.
We can use AI to predict if a fridge is running, performing at its optimum, and we can change settings and save electricity and lower the carbon footprint of the fridge. That's what we're working at the moment.
Yep.
So the size of the addressable market that our problem solves, in Australia there's about 1.1 million of these electronic devices, these fridges with the electronics in that we can plug into today.
Wow.
So that's pretty big.
That's heaps.
Yeah. And then when we look at somewhere like Europe or United States, you can just imagine the multiple. United States, we think is about a 35 times multiple of Australia.
Wow.
And we think the continental Europe is about a 14 times multiplier with this sort of technology.
Yeah.
So it's a very big space that we're playing in, and we're one of the early players in the space.
Right. So your device, FridgeBot, can plug into all of the major controllers manufactured by the three majors. There's three, isn't there?
There's actually four.
Four, okay.
And there's four major ones.
Yeah.
And there's lots of copy ones, and we're sort of a little bit compatible. If there's a compelling case, we can be compatible.
Yeah.
But we've sort of, because we've bootstrapped the business, we've decided that look, these are the four pillars, the four main players in the industry. So we've made our technology work with the four main players, and that gives us, in Australia, a good footprint of about 1.1 million, devices. Yeah.
And how are you getting your product to market at the moment? How do people find FridgeBots?
So we've got,
and who's buying them?
Yeah. So we've got some distributor deals with the two largest wholesalers in refrigeration parts wholesalers in Australia. So one of them is the Reece Actrol Group. Reece Plumbing own a big distributor called Actrol, and they're the largest refrigeration wholesaler in Australia.
Yep.
And the number 2 spot is held by it's now an international company called Bayer Ref, and they're the largest player in the refrigeration wholesaling space in the world, but they're only second in Australia in this place, and we distribute through those. So in Australia, we're in about 350 bricks and mortar stores, and the people that are buying these are refrigeration mechanics. By the way, that's what I am. I'm a refrigeration mechanic. So they're refrigeration mechanics. They're going into their local wholesaler. They're on the shelf. They're buying them off the shelf, and they're selling them to their customers, which are commercial refrigeration clients. So they're buying them off the wholesaler, and they're going into a restaurant or a cafe or a hospital, and they're installing them in fridges for their customers.